West Side, like, did you have to audition for Snow White, or like, oh, they saw you in West Side Story, they're like, you're Snow White?
West Side Story was kind of nowhere near coming out. We were about like 6 months away from release, and no footage had been seen. And
once upon a time, Disney's Snow White was a global fairy tale icon, pure magic. But fast forward to today, and the live-action remake has morphed into a full-blown Hollywood nightmare. The real plot twist? Rachel Zegler, the film's leading lady, has reportedly been fired after the movie completely tanked at the box office. So did Disney rewrite a classic into a catastrophe? But hold up, before we break this mess all the way down, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single drop of celebrity tea. You're watching your go-to for everything messy, dramatic, and headline-making in Hollywood. Let's get into it, because this isn't just a flop, it's a spectacle. Disney's decision to redo Snow White was controversial from day one. Unlike the 1937 animated masterpiece that generations adored, this new version flipped the entire script. One of the most jarring changes? The reason behind her name. Instead of being called Snow White because of her fair skin, like in the original fairy tale, this version says it's because her family survived a snowstorm. Yep, that's it. Fans were like, wait, what? Why fix what was never broken? Why rip out the heart of one of the most legendary fairy tales for no real reason? But that was just the opening act of the chaos. When Disney announced Rachel Zegler, a proud Latina actress, as the new Snow White, the reaction was explosive. Some people praised the move as inclusive and fresh, but others felt like Disney was tossing accuracy out the window just to make a statement. And here's the kicker, it wasn't just the casting. It was Rachel herself who turned this into Disney's ultimate PR disaster. From the moment she landed the role, controversy basically followed her like a shadow. Fans called it, insiders say Disney was scrambling behind the scenes trying to rein her in. According to reports from Page 6, studio execs were in pure panic mode because Zegler reportedly kept going off script, ignoring their PR strategies and doing her own thing. One insider bluntly claimed, "She's out of control," refusing to listen to direct orders from the company higher-ups. So instead of booking big-name press interviews like most Disney stars, the studio took an odd route. They carefully hand-picked influencers, yes, influencers, to talk to her, trying to control the messaging and stop the drama from snowballing. But all it did was raise even more eyebrows. Why did Disney feel like they had to baby their lead actress through interviews? If she was that unpredictable, was she worth the trouble? And then there was her social media behavior, which only made things worse. Instead of brushing off haters with grace, Zegler clapped back hard. One moment in particular went viral. After performing Waiting on a Wish live in Spain, a fan criticized her vocals. Instead of keeping it classy, Zegler hit back with, "I am a soprano." That one line made her look defensive, not confident. Instead of winning people over, she came off as arrogant, like she couldn't handle even the smallest critique. Fans started calling her entitled, immature, and just plain out of touch. And then came the bombshell. David Hand, the son of the original Snow White's supervising director, ripped the film to shreds in an interview with Page 6. He didn't hold back, saying, "The original was the way it should be. The new film is so far off base, a yes in Segovia." Like what? To make it even more awkward, Zegler showed up alone. Her co-star, Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, was nowhere in sight. That left Zegler awkwardly smiling on the red carpet beside only the director, Mark Webb. It screamed damage control, and fans noticed. Was Disney trying to protect her, or were they beginning to quietly cut ties? And if you thought that was bad, wait till you hear this. Fans were already furious, but then Disney sparked even more outrage by ditching the original Seven Dwarfs. In leaked set photos, fans saw a mixed group of full-sized actors in place of the classic dwarfs. The internet went wild. Critics slammed the change as forced inclusivity, and even members of the dwarfism community weren't having it. Peter Dinklage, who has achondroplasia, didn't hold back. "You're progressive in one way, but you're still making that backward story about 7 dwarves living in a cave," he told interviewers. That comment sent Disney into another panic. They claimed they were working with the dwarfism community for accurate representation, but that explanation fell flat fast. It was later revealed the final film would use CGI dwarfs instead. So after all that controversy, where does that leave Rachel Zegler? In a shocking turn, she's gone completely silent. After months of speaking out about the film and clapping back at critics, Zegler suddenly zipped it. TMZ caught her at LAX and asked how she felt about the movie finally hitting theaters. Her response? "It feels wonderful, thank you." Then she made a beeline for her car. That's it. No drama, no sass, no extra comments. Fans immediately noticed. What happened to the opinionated, outspoken Zegler we were used to? Had Disney officially benched her? Insiders are whispering that yes, Rachel Zegler was quietly let go. With the film flopping hard and backlash building like an avalanche, Disney reportedly decided she was no longer worth the brand damage. So now the million-dollar question is, what's next? Disney poured hundreds of millions into this film, and now they're sitting on one of the most controversial box office bombs in years. Critics hate it, fans are dragging it, and Zegler's image? In free fall. Rumors are flying that Disney may replace her in future projects entirely. If the final box office numbers are as disastrous as predicted, it might spell the end, not just for Zegler's Disney career, but for the entire live-action remake trend. Here's the harsh truth. Disney once had the magic touch, but lately, it's like they've forgotten what made these classics so timeless to begin with. Snow White feels more like a lecture than a fairy tale, and audiences just aren't buying it. If Rachel Zegler has truly been fired, it could go down as one of the most dramatic career downfalls in modern Hollywood. But here's the real cliffhanger. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one's gonna spark major debate. That's it for today's episode of Thanks for riding this drama train with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping story. We'll be back soon with more wild updates from the heart of Hollywood. Until next time.